Hello, welcome back. This is Math Week 2's lesson. We're still working on measurement, but this week we're going to be working on height, weight, and capacity, which is how much something holds, okay? But what we're going to do first is talking about I can measure height. Height is how tall something is or how short something is, okay? We know a giraffe is going to be a lot taller than a bird, okay? So take your hands, put them together, and say height, measures how tall something is or how short something is. Can you do that? How tall something is or how short something is. That's measuring height, okay? So I grabbed some things from around my house, and I'm gonna have you help me tell me which one's taller or shorter, all right? So I grabbed a remote, and I have one of Elaine's little forks, okay? I have to measure them up at the bottom. Can you guys tell me which one is taller, remote or the fork? You're right, the remote is taller. So let's keep the fork. Now I have a little bean bag. Let's see, which one's shorter? You're right, the bean bag is shorter. Now, let's say I have 3 different things. I have a remote, I have a fork, and I have a pen. How about, okay? So I have 3 things, and I want to put them in order from either shortest to tallest or tallest down to shortest, okay? So I'm gonna have to measure them. I know the pen, look, pen is shorter than the remote. Now I have to measure, let's see, is the pen or fork? Ooh, that one's a little bit harder. Which one is shorter? You're right, the pen. So if I put them in order, shortest, then that, fork, then it'd be the remote. I put them in order from shortest, the shortest pen, all the way up to the tallest. Okay, so that's measuring, what do we call that? Can you say it? Height. Height, how tall something is or how short something is, okay? Another thing that you're gonna be measuring this week is weight. And weight uses our balance scale, okay? And you guys might know this when you go to the doctor's office and they say, we need to take your weight, they have you step on a scale. Well, this type of scale weighs 2 different things at a time and will tell us which one is heavier, it'll go down, or which one is lighter and it will go up. Okay, so this is weight. Let's do the bean bag. We'll put it in one side. Ooh, right now that's heavy because that one's way up in the air and that one's down. And we'll do it against the remote, okay? Let me put the remote in. Which one is lighter? Lighter, that means up in the air. Which one's lighter and doesn't weigh as much? You're right, it's the bean bag. Let's see if we can find something that's about the weight of a remote, okay? I also have a measuring cup. Let's put that in there. It didn't do anything. That remote is heavy. So let me take out the remote. I'll put in the bean bag. Which one's heavier, the measuring cup or bean bag? Heavier. The measuring cup, it's down farther, you're right. So weight is when we have to put things on a scale. Heavier goes down, lighter goes up, okay? This is called a balance scale. Now, if they both were right in the middle, so let's say I put in, I have my cubes here. I put 2 cubes over here. It's heavier. What if I put 2 over here though? They're both right in the middle, so that means they're what? Right, equal, the same. They're the same weight. They weigh the same. So I have a little poster for weight too. It's right here. It says, I can measure weight, how heavy something is and how light something is. Because an elephant is gonna weigh a lot more than a little leaf, right? Yeah, how heavy or light something is. So that's measuring weight. The last thing you're gonna do this week for measuring is our measuring capacity, which is probably one of the ones that we don't hear of as much. Capacity. Can you say capacity? Yeah, capacity. So it says I can measure capacity. And capacity means which one holds more and which one holds less. So there's a big gallon of milk or there's a little teaspoon, okay? So capacity is how much something holds. So we're gonna do a little experiment with this. I brought out a bowl, okay? And I have my cubes. I want you to guess, look at that bowl. How many cubes do you think will fit in there? All right, you have your guess? Okay, we're gonna start putting them in and we'll count them at the end. Let me get all my cubes put in. Okay, is my bowl full? Yes, it is. So let's see, remember the number you guessed, let's see how many cubes this bowl can hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So it held 33 cubes. Was your number smaller than 33 or was your number higher than 33, bigger? Okay, so it holds more than what you think. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do one more quick little experiment with capacity. Okay, and I brought out 2 cups, okay? Now, if we held up this cup and this cup, which one do you think is gonna hold more? Yeah, the taller cup, because this one's really small and this one's a lot bigger. Now, if we look at these 2 cups, yes, this one's taller and this one's shorter. Look at the openings, okay? So we're gonna measure and see which one holds more or which one holds less. Okay, so think in your head, which one do you think is gonna hold more? The Disney glass or the plain glass? All right, so I brought out some measuring cups full of water. Hopefully I don't dump them everywhere. So this is a measuring cup. It has 1 cup of water in it. Let's put them in the big glass first. So here we go, ready? 1. Does it hold 1 cup? Yep. I brought out 1 more. Let's see if it holds this one, ready? 2. It held 2 cups of water. Okay, so now we have to see if the Disney cup holds more or less water than the plain glass, okay? So this held how many? 2 cups. So let's do the Disney one. All right, here we go. Oh boy. Okay, so I have 1 in there. You can kind of see it. It's a little bit harder to see right there. Now, let's see if it'll hold 2. Boys and girls, did this one hold 2 too? It did. So this one's a little bit trickier because I know 1 glass was taller and 1 glass was shorter, but the Disney glass, let me show you something about it. This glass is pretty tall and it doesn't have as big of opening at the top. Look, I can fit it inside, okay? The Disney cup isn't very tall, but it has a bigger opening at the top, so that means more water was able to fit. So they were about equal. They could both hold 2 cups. 2 cups, and that's measuring capacity. Remember, say capacity. Capacity, that's how much something holds. And that's what you're gonna be measuring when you use that kind of thing. When you wanna see which one holds more, which one holds less. All right, so remember, let's review the 3 we're gonna do this week. Height is how tall or short something is. Capacity is how much something holds. And then weight is when we can use a scale or balance to see how heavy something is or how light something is. All right, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye.